me then tell you, not only Mr. Chidambaram, Mr. Karti Chidambaram also has a point of view. He says your long-term capital gains tax without the indexation is actually an inheritance tax. If that's true, then Sam Pitroda, who you and your party opposed so much, that tax has also been adopted into this. Is Karti Chidambaram right?
How will it be inheritance tax if it's a property that you bought and you're selling it? If you bought it, there can be a rare occasion of somebody who inherited a property and who's selling it, and therefore you can count it as an inheritance tax. But how will it be? Most of these people who spend their own money buy a property and they also sell it. Is that inheritance? How will that get classified under?
Yeah, but earlier indexation had a cutoff date of 2001. So, you know, many people, their parents also gave them homes.
Okay, you want to go on proving the Congress right? Please try. But I will not concede on this because we brought it in from the point of view of simplifying and not for revenue considerations. Now, when we tax people who are earning a high amount out of capital gains, having given exemption for 1.25 lakh for lower level investments, you think that we are doing a wrong thing, then why was a inheritance tax and redistribution tax actually actively campaigned by the Congress party? You want the big money earners also to pay for the country. And when we do it, but when we do it in this way, you want to accuse us of, you know, this is inheritance tax. Amazing. Everything will be in their terminology. And they will want to constantly say either it's my idea or it is wrong to do it, but not give the credit to Prime Minister Modi because, no, you don't like him.
So let me ask you, as far as reforms are concerned, disinvestments, shying away from disinvestments, 60,000 crore was your target previously. You brought it down to 50,000 crore, and even what was the target has not been achieved. In fact, it's only 50% achieved at this point. Do you think somewhere or the other we are losing focus on reforms?
No. Otherwise, even in this budget, I wouldn't have given so many things about reforms. Land, factor reforms have all been defined in this budget. Disinvestment is not a process which I've got a cabinet approval, so I want to sell this today, I will sell it. No, it requires a lot of preparatory work. Many of our PSUs are now being professionally run and therefore their valuations are all going up. But I'll have to find my best time to disinvest them. And that best time depends on so many different factors. The company's own readiness to meet the challenges of a market are not simple tasks. They consume time. But we will honor the cabinet approval decisions.
You've also cut the tax rates for foreign companies investing in India from 40% to 35%. Is this because FDI, people say, has been falling, and FDI falling and the percentage of the GDP is an area of worry? Do you think this tax cut alone can once again give...
It wasn't aimed at that, nor is it expecting a huge flow because of that. FDI come into this country in various different forms, in the sense various different sources invest in India. And we've kept a policy which is favoring FDI because we think India is the place for manufacturing now and investments should happen in this country. Therefore, the policy, FDI policy, is something which has been every year bettered and improved upon. We are now looking at investments coming for labor-intensive sectors as well.
So, but FDI stood at almost $14.5 billion in April 23 to February 24 period. It's down from that level. It's down to that level from $26.7 billion. That's a sharp fall in FDI.
FDIs also move based on many other external considerations. Doesn't move just on India's own policy or India's own situation, global situation.
But we wanted to be the alternative to China. How far are we from that target?
We are still working towards it. That's why you have this growth. You think this growth can be otherwise achieved?
Growth in the economy, but there's no growth in the FDI. And how will we become an alternative to China unless FDI
Today,
increases?
domestic investments are also happening in a big way, and we want to recognize that or not. You quote me the FDI numbers, I also tell you about the investments within the country, the retail participation in the stock market. Are these not factors which will promote investment within this country? The JP Morgan index, through which natural flow of investment funds are happening almost like clockwork. These are also important things, developments which we need to take into consideration.
Let me then ask about
Morgan Stanley.
Okay.